We are queer, we are here, we won't disappear.
Hello all. During the Pride Month 2021, we started working on a project related to the LGBTQ community and mental health. We requested a few people from the LGBTQ community to talk about their accessibility to safe spaces and mental health services. In addition to that, we've also asked them to talk about certain myths and misconceptions that they have faced in the society and what it makes them feel. These were recorded in the form of an audio and are compiled together so that you, the viewers, can listen to it and understand the situation from their point of view. It is intended for everyone who wishes to understand the situation from their point of view. So please do listen till the end and share the message with the people you know.
Hello everyone, I'm a trans man and my pronouns are he, him. I'm gonna talk about the challenges that LGBTQ plus people face in finding a safe space to vent out and feel accepted while seeking mental health services. First is the main one, society. Mental health is a great factor for LGBTQ plus people who keep their emotions deep buried inside of themselves by virtue of society. The society's oppression makes it the most difficult. Second, we have lack of LGBTQ plus friendly doctors. Whenever we try to approach a psychologist for our mental health, it's always been a troublesome. Most of the doctors don't accept us and make fun. Many more behave brutally with us. They tortured us with electroconvulsive therapy, owning to our sexuality and gender identity. Another one, we have wrongly listed LGBTQ plus friendly doctors. Even though if we reach out to a LGBTQ plus friendly doctors, still there are some who are not fully accepting toward us. They shouldn't be categorized under that list.
Hi, everybody. I would like to appreciate and congratulate the work done by initiatives like Lifecycle that bring to the forefront mental health issues within the LGBTQI community. At the outset, I would like to disclaim that apart from being gay, I am not a mental health professional or any sort of expert in the field of mental health or gender studies. Mental health in of itself being a taboo topic becomes all the more so when coupled with homosexuality. While this bigger problem would intuitively deserve greater attention, it is counterintuitively shut off and kept hidden due to strong forces of societal stigma. This leads to a lot of bottling up of emotions and a variety of associated mental health concerns. While such societal stigma does not create a safe environment, it is disheartening to also know that safe spaces are sparse within the community too. In my opinion, the hypersexual nature of the community makes it non-conducive for facilitating an efficacious safe space for its members. Such an intersectionality of problems renders the issue of mental health within the LGBTQI community a matter of utmost urgency. And therefore, I wholeheartedly appreciate the work of pages like Lifecycle for attempting to fulfill this noble feat.
It took me a lot of guts and courage to finally start recording this audio um, with a couple of failed attempts. So I think that itself shows the plight of people from this community as such. Being a bisexual person hasn't been that difficult, I would say, but yeah, definitely is not that easy because I feel like I connect way better with women than with men. But ending up with a woman is not an option for me because my family doesn't accept it. They're not aware of it. Um, I tried communicating once, and it was met with complete denial, and it was seen as a joke. Um, I can say. So yeah, uh, that's my family. And then again, um, I happen to find a therapist who is queer affirmative, and that has been very helpful for me. But I know a lot of them aren't. Uh, a lot of them might not be as lucky as me to find somebody who is queer affirmative and such. But I do see an increase in awareness and an increase in queer affirmative therapists than before, with all the QACP and stuff coming up. Not like coming up, they're already there since they're established. It's getting better, I can say. Um, the Madras High Court rulings, all of them make me, somewhat happy that there is a ray of hope and a ray of sunshine.
Now, I'll talk about stigma, myths, and misconceptions associated with being a trans person and how that makes me feel and think. So, first, we are going to talk about the mentally disordered tag. The biggest myth is that fact where people labeled us with mentally disordered people. If we act out of their society's made boxes, we are labeled as unhinged. See, transitioning is a choice, being trans is not. People really don't understand this, and it makes me saddened few times. There's one thing that we as a people need to understand, and that is people who really want to understand will sit with us and talk about it, but those who are not engrossed with never understand. Therefore, we must focus on ourselves and do not let them control our feelings. Second myth, this is it's just a phase. People think it's just a phase we are passing by and it will over someday. They neglect our true reality and compel us to agree with them. This is overwhelming for me. I know about myself better than anyone else. It's frustrating getting compelled every time. There's only one thing that we can do is fight for ourselves. Third one, what this is, this non acceptance from our own community. Being a trans person, I thought people who are like me, will understand me better than cis people. But I was wrong. Even some trans people do not comprehend each other. This is really heartbreaking. When people like me won't understand me, then what can I even expect from cis people? Trans people uses wrong pronouns for other trans person. They even deny to date someone who's trans. Trans people shares the same pain and yet they hurt other trans person. This is heartbreaking for all trans people, but we need to love ourselves and make our own acceptance as priority as far as I have learned in my life.
One common misconception about being bisexual that it's commonly thought of is that bisexual people are confused if they like men or women. Um, that is one thing, but it is not like that. Um, some might like women more, some might like men more. For some, it might be 50-50. For some, it might just be a emotional attraction or just physical attraction, and it goes on differing from individuals. That is one thing. And one thing that bothers me is that bisexuality is often fantasized in terms of threesome as such. So, every bisexual girl, some people start asking, oh, would you be interested in threesome? Yeah, that. And yeah, I remember one person saying, you are greedy, man. It's so being bisexual is thought of as being greedy. Yeah, and yep, these are some of the misconceptions around um, bisexuality as such, or out of the top of my head. I feel like the trouble for the community starts where there is no acceptance from people around, and when there is no acceptance from self, um, that contributes a lot in forming an individual's identity, sexual identity. When sex itself is a taboo topic in our place, it it is quite difficult to even know our preferences and explore and meet people. So yeah.
There's a lot to change in the society. And at last, I just want to say, if nobody stands for you, you stand for yourself. Do not get driven by others' accents. I know it's quite agonizing, but stick to yourself. It's easier said than done, but it's not impossible, no. And we are queer, we are here, we won't disappear.